Hey everyone, I thought I'd do Gary's color challenge. I just want to say thank you, Gary, and thank all the other reviewers on YouTube. I'm pretty new to this hobby. I only started collecting, I think, in November of last year, so I'm only like 3, 4 months into this hobby. And without these challenges, I would have never discovered your YouTube channels. I'm only just bouncing off of other people's reviews, and I found a lot of new channels today because of this challenge, so thanks. I technically don't have a favorite color. I guess when I was a little kid it was blue, but as an adult I don't have a favorite color. And I looked at everyone else's reviews. I looked at everyone else's challenges, and I saw purple, blue, pinkish, orange, and I love all those colors. But I didn't see one for yellow, so I thought I'd just kind of just show off some yellow cars, just so everyone else can see, some different types of models and a different color. Okay, so the first one obviously is this giant transporter, and I did a review of this, but I didn't actually go into the details too much. I was more into whether or not it could fit a car onto it, which you can clearly see it does. The transporter is made by a company called GCD, GainCorp's Products. And so if you look at the detail of this thing, the front end is quite fantastic, and I didn't go over it in my initial review, but it looks like that it has photo etched metal parts here on the grill. These tiny dots in this layer here, I think that's metal. So that's quite impressive. These giant auxiliary lights are plastic lenses, I think. Yeah, it looks like it's clear plastic on a chrome plastic backing. The hazard blink, rotating lights or whatever they're called, those are translucent. The headlights themselves, there's cabin detail going on, and it's not a black interior, which is so common on these cars. This one actually has a tan interior of some sort. So really great detail by GainCorp. This You can see some engine detail in here. The radiator fan is painted differently. The Mercedes emblem is on the actual manifold. Well, I don't know what that's called, the cylinder head cover. Some ducting here, and it's a really tight fit of the panel gap right there, so pretty tight seam. That's great. But really, the actual trailer part, it's got this metal etched part, plating as well. And then look at these really thin fences. So those are nice. I think they must be water jet cut. That's what I'm guessing. I'm not sure 100%. You have a bunch of these wheel stops you can place in these holes in different locations. So it's a really fantastically detailed vehicle, and does seem to be to scale. It also has steering tires and stuff like that, so that's cool too. All right, so that's the first one, and let's just go here. So this is a Land Rover Defender 110 from the Camel Trophies truck challenges, and it's made by a company called Master. Mini GT, they make one and it looks pretty nice, but this one seems a little bit more upscale. Mini GT also makes a car transporter, but unfortunately theirs looks like Hot Wheels quality, not hobby grade quality. So yeah, you got these metal plates here. It must be photo etched. There's a little ribbing, and the holes themselves. All these accessories come with it, and you can orient them how you want. But I actually kind of glued mine down with silicone. It's got these wire, I'm guessing, tree brush guards, and it's got really flexible rubber mud flaps, just like a real truck would have. So it's pretty neat, I think. This is the weathered version. So really high detail, and it's just a classic, iconic vehicle. I think of like those wild documentaries in Africa with lions. They always seem to have a defender and stuff like that in them. So, but also the Camel Trophy race has been going on for quite a long time. So this has some historical significance. Okay, I'm gonna save that car for last. This is an Alfa Romeo TZ3. It's a one-off car made from Martin Kapp, who must be a very affluent collector of real vehicles. He approached Alfa and said, "Hey, build me a car." Gave him some unknown amount of money, and this is what they did. It's a homage to the TZ2 and TZ1, which are classic Alfa Romeos. I just like this because the styling is quite different from most modern vehicles. It's like this, I don't even know how to describe it, but it's a really rear-centric cabin. I mean, the driver's way back here, and the engine obviously must be up front. And it's just a long and low look. Okay, so, and Kyosho made this model, And they did a good job with its execution. I mean, look at this racing stripe with this snake thing here. It's printed very nice. The Alfa Romeo badge is printed really nice. So it's a good model. Okay. Another Kyosho. This thing is a Volkswagen Nardo. It's a concept car that happened to run, and it set world speed records in its time. But you can see here, I don't see many diecasts that look like that. I mean, the entire roof section is transparent. So Kyosho did a good job showing some engine detail, the interior, and this roll cage. So I think that's pretty neat. It's fascinating that Volkswagen would make a concept car that actually would set some speed records. So, okay. Little car here is just a first Lotus Elise. And it's kind of an ugly car, but I like it for its technological prowess. It has an extruded aluminum frame that's bonded together with aerospace adhesives. So for the time, that was quite innovative when this car came out. So it's just Lotus engineering. It's usually all about lightweight, high maneuverability, low inertia, that kind of thing. So I really like Lotus as a brand. Okay. The last Kyosho, this is the Lamborghini Countach, an early one, before it had all the body kits and wings and stuff like that. So it's a very clean design, and it's, I'm not sure who wouldn't know what a Lamborghini Countach is, but when I was a teenager, I had a poster of one in my room because it's such a radical looking car for its time. It looks like a doorstop. It had the scissor doors and everything. So, and it's quite actually different from the others in its styling. It's so angular and blocky looking with all these trapezoids. It's different. Marcello Gandini designed this, by the way. Okay, so these four are all Kyoshos. And Kyosho tends to love the color yellow themselves, so a lot of their cars have that colorway option. The very last car I'm going to pull up here, I don't even know what it is. It's made by TLV, Tomica Limited Vintage. And I mentioned that because I got into diecast initially knowing that I like certain cars, Rolls Royces and Lamborghinis, so I bought those. But then through these YouTube videos, I found this brand, Tomica Limited Vintage, and they primarily concentrate on JDM cars, classic JDM cars. And so I now get to collect cars that I never got to see in real life. When I was a kid, I grew up in the New England area of America, for those international viewers, and this car was never around, a Toyopet Crown. I don't think this was ever imported to America. So I find it very educational, these videos. You'll find in most of my videos I try to learn statistics about the car, its history, that kind of stuff, because for me that's the fun part of the hobby. I like to learn about the evolution of car design. Okay, so I gotta give a little hands up to TLV for all these cars I've never knew about. Unfortunately, a lot of TLVs have a lot of paint problems, but this one is one of the few that has an immaculate paint finish. It's kind of like yellow gold kind of thing going on here. It's very classy looking. Okay, all right, so that's it. That's my challenge, and I appreciate everyone else's videos. It's really nice to see everyone else's collections because unfortunately it adds to my wish list of cars I want to buy, but it's always good to, I guess, have new cars coming into the collection. Okay, take care, guys. Happy collecting.